Hello everybody, my name is Mathis, and welcome to the official episode 1 of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, the life and trials of Ryan Letourneau as I've created and placed him into the game. Before we get going, thank you guys so much, seriously, for the incredible support in episode 0, which is just kind of me talking about the game and making a world and making a character and telling you why this game has really been kind of on my list of things I want to tackle for a very, very long time, and wanting to tackle it and playing it, and I did not expect the kind of reaction that I got out of it, so thank you. I just love seeing the enthusiasm. The other thing I want to talk about is the expectations as far as this is concerned. I'm still very new to the game. Like I said, I've only been really researching and playing for about a week and a half, and the most difficult thing when it comes to Cataclysm is its controls. It is a mess of different things to control. It's all keyboard. It's all keyboard controlled. So me messing with the game and learning it, it's gonna be. There might be parts when I'm playing where I'm just like, I don't know how to do this. Give me a second, and I kind of just have to figure out the controls for it. I do have on my second monitor kind of like a controls cheat sheet. I've been using this every time I play. But I'm gonna try my best not to have to rely on it too much, just to keep the flow of things going. Also, don't expect the first life to be that long. It's a very, 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 very difficult game. Okay? All right. That being said, let's talk about what we're looking at here for those who don't know anything about this game. So, right in the center, there we go. Here's our guy. Here's Ryan Letourneau in his shelter that, as I said, maybe a friend got him into and kept him secure from the apocalypse happening outside for a long time. However, Ryan, much like myself, is a procrastinator in many different aspects of life, and it took him running out of supplies to realize he needs to go back out into the world and actually start surviving. And that's kind of where we find Ryan as it is, in the shelter, needing to go out into the world because he's got almost nothing left here. What we have left, we don't know yet. I haven't really explored. We'll take a look at that as it is. On the right-hand side is basically where all the information you're ever going to need is going to show up just at a glance. I'll quickly go over what we're going over here, and then as I play, I'll try to explain what I'm doing. At the top, we've got, as you can see, like a little mini map as to where my character is relative to the map itself. Also, we have our head, torso, left arm, left leg, right leg, and power. So each limb has its own health. Those are 5 green lines. As those body parts get damaged, those lines will start going away, and they'll start changing color from green to yellow to red until eventually there's just no lines left, and the leg is completely broken or removed in some cases. And as same with arms, and obviously if you lose your head, you die. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Power is something we won't have to really deal with. That has to do with bionics and bionic implants. If we get to a point where I have bionics installed in me on this character, I am a savant when it comes to this game. That's all that will mean. Off to the right-hand side of all of those statistics, we have what looks like a little, like, meep face. That's exactly what that is. That is a face that dictates what our current morale and mood is. And mood is very important in this game. It dictates a few things. First, if we're not in a good mood, if we're like miserable and depressed, our character just won't craft anything. We can't get him to craft things. So we need to make sure he's okay morale-wise for that. Also, it also means when we want to learn things, if he's not in a good mood, he's not going to want to learn anything. He's not going to study. He's not going to skill up. He's just going to be a miserable sack of useless crap. Off to the right is our statistics, as we've said. We've talked about that before. Below that is our focus. Focus is kind of like the resource we need to spend to learn new skills or read books and the like. Below that is our current speed, followed by our, right below that, in green, comfortable, which means our temperature. Our character currently is in a comfortable kind of temperature, climate-controlled environment. We're in a good spot. To the right, we have our stamina. That will go down the more we do things like run or smash objects, etc., etc. And above that, it says safe. Don't worry about that. Never going to look at that. Safe doesn't mean jack crap as far as I can tell in this game. It's not something you want to ever really trust. Then below that, we got like our location, LMOE shelter, which is a shelter we're currently in. It's snowing outside, which is unfortunate. It's winter. That sucks, because I thought I picked spring. That's unfortunate. Day, it's the first day of survival. Lighting, it's very dark out. Sound, that's something we're going to want to really keep an eye on. That basically tells us how much sound we're making as we're doing certain things. Basically, if it says sound 3, basically sound is emanating 3 tiles away from us in all directions. So certain things will be like an explosion, for instance, will cause a huge amount of noise and pull zombies in from fucking miles around, as far as I know. And then obviously we've got our other things like our direction and whatnot. And I'm gonna try and again kind of explain things as I need to, and while also of course researching and learning along with you. So we're on the upper floor, the first floor here of our shelter. Our shelter is all underground, as you can see, and there's a door directly in front of us that leads to the outside. I don't want to go outside yet. We're going to be going outside shortly, but I want to go downstairs in our shelter and kind of just find out what we have, if anything at all. So we're going to go downstairs, and we're going to actually zoom out a little bit here, just one. We're going to kind of wander around our little shelter that we've got going on. Also, if we want to take a look at our character, we can. Something I probably should have done. This is obviously a more detailed look at our particular character. There's our statistics, our base HP, all the stuff that we kind of already knew about. And then the encumbrance. So each part of your body can be encumbered in a different way. So if we're wearing like layers and layers and layers of clothing, our torso could get very heavily encumbered. I'm not very good with encumbrance yet. I don't understand it fully. That's something I'm going to want to understand more and maybe do more research between this episode and next, but that's just something that we should, keep an eye on. And then, of course, for our inventory, we can take a look at what we've got. Everything that we knew we had from the beginning. We've got a matchbook, a pocket knife, plastic bottle of clean water. That's only one plastic bottle, by the way. I was wrong. It doesn't mean two. Doesn't mean we have 2 bottles. 2 means there's 2 portions of it before we need to refill it in any way. Then we also have all the clothes that we're wearing on the right-hand side. And then the weight that we've got carrying and the volume of stuff that we can carry, which is not very much because we only have what we've got. Basically, we've only got our arms right now. And then no, I don't want to close anything. Then we can do some crafting, but we'll worry about that later. So we can see decently in the night, which is nice. We've got 3 doors to go through. We will not have anything to worry about going through here. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of just look around and see what we've got laying around our shelter that we may or may not be able to use. Right out the gate, looks like we got a hammer. So if we go over here, we can walk on top of it, and at the, oh, this is a table that we're on. You know what? Let me just mouse. I can actually move the mouse and it'll tell me what's going on here. So we've got a table here. And a smashable, which is good. We've got a chair. We also have a hammer that looks like right there. Over here, we have a heavy stick. We've got some nails, and we've got sewing techniques for designers, followed by a bunch of other bookshelves. If we move over to the bookshelves, we hit E and then move and click up. E means examine. On the right-hand side, that little text box tells us that's a bookcase. That's what's there. And then E and then up. We just got a book there, and we already knew about that, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, a hammer is good. I gotta stop climbing on top of the table. Let's see what we've got in this other room. All right, we've got some crates, a couple of chairs. What is this? Shallow water. That could be good. I don't know if it's clean water. I assume it's clean water. And we have a wood stove. This is actually good for cooking. Followed by some, like I said, some crates. Let's see if there's anything in these crates. If only you had a crowbar. Oh, we don't have a crowbar. Well, we might be able to fix that by making a makeshift crowbar. And then we've got our whole nother room up here. Aha. Now this is good. So below us, right here, we have a backpack. You can see in the top right, we have a backpack. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the A button and then hit enter. And we should have picked up that backpack. We can go to I. See the backpack, hit enter on it, and then what I want to do is I want to wear the backpack. Now we have a backpack on. Our character has found a backpack. It's probably just leftover survival stuff, but now you can see our volume went from 3.5 to 13.5, so we have more space to carry things. Over here, we've got gummy vitamins. We might as well pick those up because we may need them. And then we have ourselves a pair of scissors, which we're going to go ahead and pick up for now as well. Basically, I'm just going to grab everything and kind of move it all into one room, so I don't have to worry about it all sitting in separate rooms. Over here is a Winchester... Winchester ammo and a signal flare. So Winchester ammunition with 168 grade hollow point bullets. The 3.308 round is one of the most popular hunting cartridges in the world due to its accuracy and its power. We might as well pick it up and bring it over to the other room. And then, of course, a heavy plastic cartridge made for use in flare guns. It appears to be a modified 12-gauge shotgun shell. We'll go ahead and pick that up, and we'll pick that up as well. I don't really know what use flares are other than lighting up an area and bringing a bunch of attention to yourself. So I'm not going to concern myself too much. Coming of age and novel, not going to worry about picking that up. We have a bed, it looks like, right here. It is a bed, and then on top of this is a blanket. That could be good. Now, the blanket itself is not necessarily something that I'm going to use for the fact that it's just a blanket, but we might be able to rip that up and make it, like, make some use of it. And then we have a bathroom over here with, I'm assuming, some water. So yeah, we have some water here. We have 24 things of water. I am gonna consume it. Did I consume it? Consume. I will not be able to finish all the water, of course. But what that's gonna do is at the top, oh, that did not do good things for us. You can't finish it all, you drink water. All of a sudden our stats dropped. Did I make a mistake immediately already by drinking toilet water? Yeah, we're in pain. Yep, I immediately effed up. I drank toilet water. Our body aches. Great. We have food poisoning. That's fantastic. Food poisoning from toilet water. I'm still in zomboid mode. Toilet water in zomboid is fantastic. I should have boiled it. I shouldn't have done that. Hopefully it'll just go away. But knowing Cataclysm, it's small mistakes that will ruin you. Okay, well, let's just go over here and drop what we've got. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this, the ammo. I am going to drop the signal flares. And what else do I want to drop in here? I'm gonna go ahead and drop the blanket for now as well. Pain, we're in 1% pain. Our current speed is down to 79 out of 100. It's just not a good look, Mathis. So that's good. We drank toilet water because I wanted to get slaked, which we did, but in the process, we're now in pain. Okay, well, that's fun. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna pop open this because this is our map. This is our starting area. This looks awful. This looks like we are surrounded by nothing. So hitting M will pop open the map and show you where we are. All the Fs are forests. This is all forest here, which is interesting. Over here, this is just a road that you can follow, and then obviously just an open field. So we're kind of in the middle of an open field. And then we've got this little ampersand, or this little percentage sign, an anthill. I don't know what that is. I probably don't want to go near it because I've seen gigantic spiders in this game. I can only imagine an ant is very similar. What in the hell is this? This is a farm field with a farmhouse. Okay, so directly north of us is a farmhouse and a farm field. That could be good for some base supplies. We're gonna probably want to check that out. And then down here, H is a large power substation. That's probably a little too dangerous for us right now. For a lot of reasons, but that could also house some electric zombies, more or less. And I don't necessarily want to deal with that. I'm gonna grab the... Oh, what happened to the hammer? Did I drop the hammer? I'm gonna drop the scissors. I don't need them right now. Just kind of drop everything kind of in a pile. Did I leave the hammer behind? I did. So let's grab the hammer. And I'm gonna actually wield the hammer right away. So we picked up the hammer off the table that's been sitting there, and now we're holding it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna start smashing things. I'm actually gonna start smashing this chair, and I want basically a 2x4 and some other things. The bookcase is tempting to smash as well, but we're gonna hit S for smash, and then we're gonna just hit up, and you hear a whump from the north. That's obviously us smashing a chair. So we're just gonna keep doing that until the chair smashes. And then we can examine, and then there's splintered. We have 1 splintered wood, 3 2x4s. I only really want 1 and some nails, which is decent. I'm going to grab the nails and the 2x4s and hit enter. Move over here. I don't know if it grabbed all the 2x4s. 3 2x4s. I want to drop... You drop your 2x4 on the rock floor. Do I still have... Yeah, we still have 1. We're going to go ahead and drop it. Now, the next thing I want to do is maybe do some crafting. So, I want to see what I have to do for crafting. J. Many important items. I just want to see what's the hotkey for crafting. Because I can't remember. Hotkeys. Keys? I don't see it. Is it J? No, J is moving. Because I want to actually craft some stuff. Let's take a look at the thing on the my little cheat sheet, as it were. Craft items. There it is. So it's the ampersand sign. Boom. So here's our crafting menu. We can do a bunch of things. We can do a 2x4, a 2x sword, 1 tool with cutting of 1 or more, 2 2x4s, or 4 heavy sticks. We can make a 2x sword. That's hilarious. You can also make a pointy stick. Let's push across here. The thing I want to make we don't have yet. Distaff and spindle. What is this? Pair of specialized wooden rods used to spin fibers into thread and yarn. I don't need to worry about that, really. What I really want is a makeshift crowbar, and I think I need a metal pipe for that. I imagine it'll highlight when we can make it, so we can't really make it right now. And it's too dark for us to craft in the first place, but we have something we can actually make fire with. So let's go. Let's open the upstairs. Let's open this damn door. All right. So let's take a look around at what's around. So by hitting semicolon, we can actually like scroll around and see what we can see. Looks like it's pretty clear right now. We've got ourselves, what is this? A shrub, grass, it's a bluebell, mutated poppy flower. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty clear from here. I think our first quest, as it were, is going to be to move and head north to the farmhouse and see if there's anything there. You spotted a decayed pouncer. Safe mode is on. So, the way the game works is as soon as you spot something, the game will go into safe mode where you can't do anything until you tell the game, okay, I understand what you're telling me, we'll move on. In order to see what this is, let's go ahead and examine. And you can see it in the top left is where I saw it. So we're going to go diagonal, and I think this is it right here. So we already have a decayed pouncer. Pouncers are cougars that are zombies. So, or decayed pouncers rather. So here it is. An otherwise normal looking cougar, except that its hind legs are swollen and its eyes bulge with black goo. I've never come across one of these before. I can imagine it's not a good thing. I also can imagine that we want to try and avoid it as best we can. So we're going to go ahead and say, thank you for warning me. And we're going to ignore the enemy for now. And we're going to just make our way while keeping an eye on the mini-map and trying to kind of just play it safe. As you can see, he's not doing much. Our right hand is quite cold. Our right hand is very cold, but our temperature is dropping. So if we go here, it's a long walk, man. You know what? Let's not be stupid, okay? Let's go back to our shelter. I wanted to take a look, but let's not be dumb. Let's close the door. Let's go downstairs. Let's grab our blanket and let's rip it up. So let's go ahead and examine, and then let's grab the blanket. Examine. Let's grab the blanket and say yes. We also should have grabbed the scissors. My bad. We'll grab those. And I want to rip these things up. So I'm going to go ahead and take our hammer and smash one of these crates. There's nothing here to smash. And we've got a 2x4 here. Paper wrapper of hard cheese and some nails. I want to take this 2x4. And I want to try and make some light. If I put the 2x4 directly on this here, no, how do I put it in the wood stove? Is there a way to... Maybe I just need to drop it on the wood stove and that's enough. I don't know. I've never used a wood stove before. So we're just going to go ahead and drop it on this. And then I'm going to go in here and grab our matchbook, activate it, and then go right. Okay. I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm a little nervous. I'm actually going to go ahead and drop the other 2x4. I kind of want to throw it in the fire. Enter. And I threw it into the fire. I have no idea if that worked the way I was hoping, but we need light to craft. That's my thought process here, and we can't do much without light. So now I'm going to go to our blanket, and I want to just disassemble it, I guess. You need one tool with sewing of one or more. But I've got scissors. What if I wield my pocket knife? And we'll store our scissors. Else, we'll store our hammer here. Can I now disassemble the blanket? No. How about scissors? Can I now disassemble the blanket? No. Can I wear the blanket? I put on your blanket. Okay, well, I'm wearing the blanket now. And if we take a look at our character, yeah, our arms are kind of heavily encumbered right now. And as are our feet. I can imagine our speed is still not great. I guess we can't do much. I really, really, really wanted to rip up the blanket and maybe make something out of it. Cudgel. Why don't we make a cudgel then? A slender, long rod of wood, while traditionally intended as a training tool for many dueling novices, still makes a good melee weapon in a pinch. A 2x4 with a cross guard and whittled down point. Not much for slashing, better than your bare hands. And then a nail board. A large piece of wood with several nails. You know, let's make a nail board. Let's just do it. You craft a nail board from memory. Now we're going to take this and we're going to wield the nail board. And we're going to go out and hopefully do okay. We're going to close that up. And we're going to start making our way. My body aches because we have food poisoning. We're going to start making our way north. Now, there is that cougar over there, so I'm kind of trying to avoid him. And we spotted a dog. Dogs are not that bad. They usually won't attack you unless they're super hungry. So I'm not going to worry about it. We're a little bit off the mark here, but we're going to try and go. Spotted a dog. That's fine. Spotted another dog. That's fine. Lots of dogs. Lots of dogs. That might be a good thing. We may need to, if we can't get food, we may need to be beating the hell out of animals to just get ourselves some food. If we don't die from the food poisoning alone. So where are we? We need to go a little bit to the east here. We're going to cross this road. We also may want to check some shrubs. All right, we've got a bunch of animals moving up north. Actually, if we take a look at what's up here, we can see what it is. It didn't warn us, like, hey, monster, because it's just A northern woodland white-tailed deer, a quick and strong grazing animal, favored prey of coyotes, wolves, giant spiders, and giant spider mutants. Great. I'm very happy that those exist, but they're just wandering around doing their own thing, and they scattered. Okay. Here we go. Fam. Nope, no. We're not going to step on the barbed wire fence. I didn't know that was barbed wire. What is this? Oh, we can actually remove the barbed wire fence. Yes. And then what do we have up top? Rope fence, barbed wire fence. Cancel. So can we just go through? We can just go through. So we just kind of broke down the barbed wire fence. We have a lot of things just around. Now, this is a house. It's just one house. But there could be a zombie around. So we're going to be careful and kind of peek in the windows, very zomboid style, and see if there's anything inside that worries me. No. However, there's a lot of little things in there that are exciting. Let's peek around the side here. I heard zombies. Yep, I can hear zombies, but I don't see zombies. And if we take a look, what is going on here? Boarded up window. Impassable, but smashable. That's interesting. There could be zombies boarded up in there. Maybe those who lived here very, Walking Dead style, tried to save their loved ones by completely locking them all away. Also, before we continue, we are no longer food poisoned. We survived the food poisoning. Good stuff. We've got water pump. I'm actually going to consume it. We're slaked and we're fine. Okay. Shutting that door is a sound of 8, but that's okay. All right. We're in. I'm gonna zoom in here. What is this? A chest rig. A light vest covered in webbing, pockets, and straps. This variety is favored by the military as it is capable of holding a large firearm magazine close at hand. Interesting that we find this in a farmhouse. That makes me think that maybe the military came by here at some point and maybe just wiped out the family. We're absolutely going to take that, and we're going to wear it. It doesn't fit us, per se. But it is what it is. I'm actually going to take off the blanket now. Take it off. I think that might help our encumbrance. Yeah, it did. So now we have this vest on, and it is, I assume it's pretty good armor, but at the same time, it actually has increased the amount of stuff we can carry because there's pockets on it and the like. What else do we have here? A matchbook. Yeah, we'll go ahead and, there's no matches in it though. It's just an empty matchbook. That's not great. A pillow, I'm not going to worry about too much. A glass shard could be good, so I'm going to take that because we could fashion that into something or use it as kind of like a makeshift knife of some sort. A skirt, we might as well grab for now for a little bit of extra stuff. Our character's just not happy either. We may need to read a book to help him get happier. Let's go ahead and say what is here. A lighter. Absolutely going to take the lighter. Another empty matchbook. I figured they ran out of matches and started probably using their matchbook. A survivor's map. This is a hand-drawn map of the local area. Whomever created it has marked down the locations of nearby supply sources, including gun stores and gas stations. Using it will add points of interest onto your map. Oh, absolutely take that. And if we go ahead and grab it, we can go ahead and, I think we just activate it. Go ahead and do that. And now if we open this up, wow, okay, that opened up a lot of the map. That actually is huge. That is insane. I've never seen a survivor's map before. I feel like it's being wasted on me. Okay, so this is marking all the towns nearby and what's around. So we are here. Off to the south, or rather off to the west, we have Baltimore. And there is a military surplus store in the East Baltimore. And we've got a grocery store. grocery store, and then a bunch of other things. This is like a little bit of a small city or a big town. And then obviously to the south, we've got Conway, pharmacy in Conway, grocery store in Conway, and then we've got Lime off to the east with a grocery store. And then Danby is a huge city. Nowhere near ready to go to Danby. Gas station, grocery store. This is an insanely powerful little item that we've picked up. And you can see all the roads and stuff that lead to it. Very cool. That's really neat. I like that a lot. All right, I'm gonna climb onto this bed for a second and grab this umbrella. Not necessarily because we want to protect ourselves from the rain, though that's useful, but because we can break it down. Plastic bottle of lamp oil. Sure, we'll go ahead and take that. All right, let's go over here. There's a dress. We might as well. Again, we could wear it for warmth if we need it. Or there's nothing in that one. Or we could just rip it up. Heavy stick. I'm gonna grab it because we, can use it. A spray can. I don't know what that's useful for. Standpipe maintenance log. We'll take a look at what that is later. A blanket and a folded emergency blanket. This item does not conduct electricity. Why don't we just take both? We're totally fine on income, or rather like holding stuff. So okay, so here 6 light uses of a lighter. Small plastic bottle of serving of something. I can't read it. This item does not conduct. What is it? A resealable plastic bottle holds 250 milligrams of liquid. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. And a steak knife. We might as well grab that as well. I'm actually gonna pop outside. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna examine this. I'm gonna pour some water into our container. We don't have anything. Okay. What we just picked up, can we not? Oh, there's protein. It's got protein powder. Well, I'm gonna dump all this out. Maybe this is not the smartest thing, but I'm dumping the protein powder out. Did I dump it out? I guess I did, because I can't unload it anymore. There we go. Put it in a small plastic bottle. Awesome. I'll close that back up. Bubble wrap. I don't know what bubble wrap is necessarily used for. And another heavy stick, which I'm going to go ahead and grab. Oh, nope. We don't have enough to carry it right now. Interesting. Nothing here. Plastic bag of marshmallows. Are we that overfilled on stuff? Yeah, we are. We are completely filled up on stuff. I might want to start dropping some stuff then. We have 2 blankets. Maybe it's worth it to just drop them. I'd rather have food by a long shot. Tin can of peaches and syrup, fresh. Yeah, why don't we take that as well? That's an I don't know what that pink exclamation mark is. It just means the tile set doesn't have something for it. Calcium tablets we'll take because we're going to need them. And another matchbook, sure. So far, I think this has been a hell of a good find. And it makes me sad because I feel like I'm going to F it up. I'm a little nervous to go up here. But curiosity is getting the better of me. What is that? It's just nothing. Mound of dirt. A bunch of mounds of dirt, apparently. And a bunch of lockers. Oh, the lockers. This is actually huge right now. Okay, for multiple reasons. First of all, there's a mini Frigidaire, an electric chainsaw. I don't know if I want to do anything with that. We're going to worry about that later. And then there's a wrench, which we're going to grab. But more importantly, I'm going to start smashing the shit out of these lockers because I want a metal pipe. So let's start smashing it. This is going to cause a lot of noise. Sound 10. But boom, we smash it, and now we have a pipe, and I want the pipe. The scrap metal, I figure, is probably useful. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with a mini fridge, if anything. And we can't see inside of this boarded up house. The fact that it's so heavily guarded is interesting. What is this? Rope and pulley, impassable and smashable. I assume that the rope and pulley will open up this and basically reveal the monsters that are inside. I'm not... There's a horse, which... I'm gonna take a look at this to make sure. A hoof grazing mammal with a mane of hair, a sweeping tail, and powerful looking muscles. I guarantee you, the thing is, this game is so open, I guarantee you that there's a way of taming that horse. But I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna head home with our bounty and be very, very happy with that. What the hell is that, an engine? For a car? That is an engine. That is actually just an engine on the road. There's also an ant. Giant ant. It's ignoring us. An enormous red ant covered in chitinous plates. It possesses a pair of wriggling antennae and vicious looking mandibles. Well, I'm not going to worry about that thing. I'm going to ignore it. In fact, I'm going to go... You know what? It's ignoring us. So I'm just going to leave it alone. Whoa. Spot a giant ant. Safe mode is on. Okay. Suddenly, they care. It is hostile. But I think it's ignoring us right now. So I'm going to go up. And I'm going to go home the way I came. There's a lot of food here, actually, and I kind of want to grab it if I can. Hops flour. We need to drop some stuff. Can I wield the umbrella? I can, but I don't want to drop what we have. Let's drop the skirt. I want the hops flowers for food. If I can get them. And then, what is here? Sugar beets. Damn it. This is actually an incredible start. I'm going to leave this food here and come back for it, I think. No, I'm going to examine this and then remove it with our tools. And then just sprint down. Oh, whoa! From the southeast, you hear a huge explosion. Spot a giant ant. Shit. What the fuck? From the southeast. For a huge... Oh, no. Oh, wait. Danger minefield. It seems like maybe something stepped on a mine. Okay, that scared the crap out of me. So there's a minefield nearby, and it's very possible the ant or something stepped on it. Fuck, we are in a bad spot. I need to go, like, east. The ant is going away, and it's very possible they're heading towards whatever that explosion was. Which is very, very lucky for us. I'm actually going to explore the shrub. So, a good, like, rule of thumb is when you're fighting enemies, try and fight them, especially zombies, towards the shrubs, because they can get stuck on shrubs, and in the process, make fighting them a lot easier. Dog is not a big deal. There's a lot of doges, though, over there. Another dog. Another dog. The wind is making our left hand feel cold, but we're very close to home. It's right here, and we made it home. My fear is that it was like the fire that we actually lit going and just exploding, but this thing is still going, which is great. Well, our first excursion. we've made it through our very first excursion, and I'm honestly really proud. we got to the farmhouse. We avoided confrontation with ants, especially after our character was like not doing so hot. Though we did overcome it, which is great, and we got ourselves some clean water along the way, as well as some really useful tools that hopefully we can actually work with. If we actually go, before we end it, and go into crafting, we might be able to see, yep, makeshift crowbar. We're going to go ahead and make that right now. You craft a makeshift crowbar from memory. There's no room in your inventory for the makeshift crowbar, so you drop it. Well, Mr. Ryan Letourneau, on your first day, having to leave the shelter and heading out into the wide open world where there's mutants and stuff, and a farmhouse that has a barn that is boarded up, and I heard zombie noises coming from it. Good job. I'm excited to see what you guys think of the first episode. I'm sure, I didn't do that great, but I'm alive, and that alone is an accomplishment for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.